Interpreting in arbitration, professional roles, fee structures, and legal implications. Interpreting in arbitration is a crucial safeguard in ensuring fairness, transparency, and due process in international and domestic dispute resolution. As arbitration frequently involves parties, witnesses, and arbitrators from diverse linguistic and cultural backgrounds, professional interpreters are indispensable in bridging language gaps. This video shows you the role of interpreters in arbitration, the modes of interpreting commonly employed, the ethical and professional standards governing their work, and the fee structures applied in practice. It argues that professional interpreting is not merely a procedural aid, but a substantive requirement for the credibility of proceedings and the enforceability of arbitral awards. Arbitration has emerged as one of the most significant mechanisms for resolving cross-border commercial and investment disputes. With globalization driving multilingual participation in arbitration, language barriers present challenges that, if unaddressed, may compromise fairness and efficiency. Interpreters serve as essential actors in this context, ensuring that testimony, submissions, and tribunal proceedings are accurately understood across languages. Unlike court proceedings, where state institutions may provide interpreting services, arbitration relies on parties and arbitral institutions to arrange for professional interpreters, underscoring the importance of setting proper standards and fee structures. Modes of interpreting in arbitration. Two primary modes of interpreting are prevalent in arbitration. Consecutive interpreting is widely used during witness testimony and cross-examination, where accuracy is prioritized and pauses are incorporated into the proceedings. Simultaneous interpreting, by contrast, is more common in hearings involving multiple parties or complex subject matter, allowing real-time communication and reducing procedural delays. Whispered interpreting, chuchotage, may also be used for individual participants, though its use is less suited to formal arbitral hearings. The choice of mode depends on procedural considerations, available resources, and the complexity of the case. Professional and ethical standards. Interpreters in arbitration must adhere to strict standards of neutrality, confidentiality, and accuracy. International institutions such as the International Chamber of Commerce, the Singapore International Arbitration Center, and the Thailand Arbitration Center emphasize the engagement of professional interpreters with experience in legal and technical terminology. Inaccurate or biased interpretation can distort the meaning of evidence, affect the credibility of witnesses, and potentially jeopardize the enforceability of arbitral awards under the New York Convention on the Recognition and Enforcement of Foreign Arbitral Awards, 1958. Consequently, interpreters are not passive conduits, but active guarantors of procedural fairness. Interpreting fees and arbitration fee structures for interpreting in arbitration are influenced by several factors, including language pair, mode of interpreting, case complexity, duration, and preparation requirements. Consecutive interpreting generally ranges from $300 to $800 per day, while simultaneous interpreting, due to its complexity, ranges from $600 to $1,200 per day. Half-day rates typically amount to 60 to 70% of the full-day rate, with hourly rates between $100 and $200 occasionally applied in shorter hearings. Additional costs may arise for document review, travel, and accommodation. These expenses are usually borne by the parties and may be reallocated in the arbitral award.
Interpreting in arbitration is not a peripheral service but a fundamental guarantee of due process and procedural justice. Professional interpreters, particularly those trained in conference and legal interpreting, ensure that arbitration remains a fair and effective forum for international dispute resolution. Institutions and practitioners must continue to develop best practices for interpreter engagement, including transparent fee structures, rigorous standards of professional ethics, and recognition of interpreting as a specialized legal service. The importance of C-Pro-T. Interpreters in arbitration professional standards and certification interpreters from the Southeast Asian Association of Professional Translators and Interpreters, C-Pro-T, are vetted through standardized certification processes that test linguistic competence, legal knowledge, and professional ethics. Unlike ad hoc interpreters who may lack legal training, C-Pro-T certified interpreters undergo continuous professional development (CPD) to maintain their qualifications. This ensures a consistently high standard of performance in arbitration, where accuracy and neutrality are indispensable. Legal and cultural expertise. Arbitration in Southeast Asia frequently involves disputes that are not only cross-border but also cross-cultural. C-Pro-T interpreters bring specialized knowledge of both legal systems and cultural contexts, which helps prevent misunderstandings in testimony, cross-examination, and submissions. Their expertise reduces the risk of cultural noise that can distort meaning and affect the credibility of witnesses. Institutional recognition and trust. Arbitral institutions such as the Thailand Arbitration Center increasingly rely on professional rosters or recommendations of certified interpreters. C-Pro-T's established network gives arbitrators, counsel, and parties confidence that interpretation will meet international standards, comparable to those recognized by organizations such as AIIC, International Association of Conference Interpreters. This institutional trust enhances the legitimacy and enforceability of arbitral proceedings. Ethical guarantees. C-Pro-T's Code of Ethics emphasizes impartiality, confidentiality, and accountability, principles that align with the procedural safeguards required under international arbitration rules. In high-stakes disputes involving millions of dollars, the assurance that interpreters adhere to strict ethical guidelines is crucial for maintaining confidence in the process and preventing challenges to arbitral awards. Cost efficiency and regional accessibility. By providing a regional pool of qualified interpreters across ASEAN, C-Pro-T reduces the need to import interpreters from outside the region, lowering costs for parties while ensuring quality. This makes arbitration more accessible in Southeast Asia and supports its development as a hub for international dispute resolution. C-Pro-T interpreters are important for arbitration because they combine linguistic accuracy, legal and cultural expertise, ethical reliability, institutional recognition, and cost efficiency. Their role is not only linguistic but also systemic, as they help safeguard due process and strengthen Southeast Asia's position in international arbitration.